value? Aren't we here to drive drive bottom line? Well, if we're here to drive bottom line, great. Let's look at the top line and the bottom line, right? So or the top line and the cost. So to the extent that you can have, P&L based analysis units, that's always helpful, right? Sometimes organizations are so regionally based with a small center that, you take the region and you break down the region and, you can do that quite effectively. A lot of times there's these big corporates, right? And therefore, it's harder to do that, right? Let's take the harder case because the easy one's easy, right? If you take the harder use case, you look at corporate, and that's where I would just, I think when you're looking at corporate, unless there are people, I would look at, the amount of human cost versus non-human cost, because typically in the corporate I just described, it's going to be almost all human cost, right? And then I would do two things. One is, kind of have an idea of what they're working on and why, right? Have them describe that and why it's important to the strategy of the company. And then I would combine it with those delayering numbers. So at the end of the day, the great thing about delayering is it doesn't matter what the cost is when you have managers managing one person or directors managing one manager who manages one person. You look at that and you say, guys, this just like common sense tells you something's wrong here, right? And so, that's why I would always, try to pull up the delayering numbers, because I think, regardless of the cost, people are going to always argue, no, well, it's crucial for this and that and the other reason. You say, yeah, but this doesn't make sense, and then you use that to, pull out some cost.
Okay. Yeah, no, so the corporate, I would agree, is mainly human. And so I guess I'm seeing kind of two key, you can look at activities, so killing the wasteful activities, and then also getting rid of the wasteful layers would be the two.
Right. Now, one small thing, though, if you want to be true to the ZBB mantra, if you will, right, and look at everything, just one anecdote that was important to one engagement I did was this company they had a production team, right? They had no reason to have a production team. This was actually an industrial company. And the production team went out and produced a very nice hardback book every year, right? And it cost about $5 million. And people were like, what the hell are we doing? And, that was a laugher. People would, just say, well, I got $5 million for you right here. Stop making books about birds. And then, long story short, what they actually were doing with it, and no one made the link between making that and then when Christmas time came around, that was the Christmas gift that they gave to all their clients, which were these beautiful coffee table books that I still have them on my coffee table, and it had their name and everything. And it was like, wait a second. This isn't a $5 million spend. As a matter of fact, what would we spend if we had to buy, appropriate Christmas presents? First of all, we'd probably spend more than $5 million. And second of all, we probably wouldn't have our names on the coffee table, right? So, even that small amount of corporate, spend, I would focus the majority of the time on the human capital, but I would look for some of those, things that are either easy to kill, or it's a good story to show people that where your mindset is thinking holistically.
Okay. And I think we are just out of time. I don't know if you have anything in the last minute to kind of close, any kind of final closing thoughts or?
Nope. Just, best of luck. At the end of the day, it's, trust the process. I think, more than anything, get the clients on board with the process. Let them know there's going to be heat and it's not going to feel uncomfortable. And, you kind of own that from the start and you just get the resolve you need. And at the end of the day, the results will come. I know you guys are good enough to do the analysis and good enough to push for the right recommendations. A lot of times it's just being able to trust the process.
Sounds good. Well, with that, I'll cut us off so that we do not go over, but it was very helpful today. Thank you very much. And it's a short process, so we probably won't have time this time around, but definitely reach out if necessary.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. Good time.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thanks.